Hey everyone. Hey Smiley, how are you? Hey Shar, welcome in. Make sure you guys are liking the live stream. I appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. Shar, I have a no, 5 of Pentacles. Shady, it has to be a yes or no question. Go ahead and reword your question, please. Hi Sunny, welcome in. Smiley, I am getting a yes, Page of Cups. And also, I just wanted to make a quick announcement. My prices have changed. Certain things that I'm offering have gone up in price. Just keeping in line with the economy, and I don't think I've had a price change in almost a year. So I am having to change those prices. Just wanted to quickly let you guys know that in case you didn't see my message, okay? Sorry, High Priestess. High Priestess, I have the Emperor and the Six of Swords. It looks like you both are moving on. I think there's a chance for reconciliation, but probably not. Shady, make sure you're posting a yes or no question, please. Harsha, yes or no question. Oh. Nisha, I have a yes. Queen of Cups. Thank you guys for liking. I appreciate it. So Sunny Truth, it has to be a yes or no question, guys. Make sure y'all are paying attention to my rules. 1 per person, yes, no format. You're welcome, Shar. Hey, Amy. Lisa, looks like I'm getting a no, 5 of Wands, but my intuition is telling me that's not concrete. That's not set in stone. So I would recommend coming back and asking that question again next time you see me to see if the energy has shifted at all. Right now, I feel like this is a highly competitive position, or there's a lot of people that have interviewed. So it's like a high demand or something like that. Harsha, I have a yes, Ace of Wands, a very creative energy. Lisa, thank you for liking. Amy, I am getting a yes, 6 of Swords and Judgment. Sunny Truth, I have a yes. 10 of Pentacles. Smiley, I have your donation. Thank you. I believe you're first on my list. You're welcome, Nisha. Doing good, Amy. Thank you for asking. Hey, Amber. Hey, Sienna. You're welcome, Lisa. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. Please make sure that you're liking it either now or on your way out. It's a free way to help my channel get exposure. Luna Ray, I have a yes, the Emperor. Amber, I'm saying yeah. I'm getting a yes. Invest in this. Definitely invest in this. The cards are saying 7 of Pentacles and the Magician. Blissful Breeze, hello and welcome in. You're welcome, Harsha. Thank you so much. Blissful Breeze. I'm getting a no right now. The Hanged Man. It seems like this person goes through phases of missing you, but right now they're potentially like distracting themselves, or they're not thinking about you too much right now. Little Light, hello and welcome in. Sunny Truth, you're welcome. Q, thank you for the donation. I'm going to confirm donations and update the list momentarily as soon as I get a second. That's good. I'm glad to hear you're. Oh, yesterday was really crazy. I woke up way later than I planned, and I was busy all day. I went to the store for myself, for my sister. They're sick over at their house. Came home, cleaned the kitchen, did like a couple loads of laundry, and cleaned and scrubbed the heck out of my bathroom. And finally got out of the shower at like 10 o'clock at night, and I was still supposed to cook dinner because I hadn't made dinner, so I had a girl dinner last night, and then I was gonna stream, and I was like, you know what, I'm too tired. Like, I'm way too tired. So yesterday was just a busy day for me. You said yes, I'll receive some. So Smiley, I do think that considering he's behind on child support, I do think that his wages will be garnished from his taxes. Yes, if he's getting a tax refund, I think they will be garnished, if that's what you're asking me. Sienna, it looks like a yes for now. King of Wands and 10 of Cups. Little Lights. Little Lights, I have a yes. Justice. Amy, I'm sorry to hear that. Luna Ray, you're welcome. Thank you guys for liking. You're welcome, Amber. So SK, I feel like they want to become your girlfriend, but it's not something that they're wanting desperately. I have the 2 of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like it's something that they want, something that they're considering, but it's not something that they are like desperate for. But, you know, desperate's not a very positive energy, so that's probably a good thing. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's very, very sweet. Golden moment. Golden. I love milk products. That's awesome. They're thinking about it. Golden moment. I think you will have something to celebrate here. 3 of Cups. You will have something to celebrate. But I don't know if the position for the sales executive has been definitive because I have the 7 of Cups. But this does indicate that they're thinking about it, and you will have something to celebrate. So I'm leaning towards a yes. You're welcome, Blissful Breeze. Amy, so you probably won't meet his sister then, huh? Sophia V. I'm sorry, Sophia V. Sophia V, I have a yes. Ace of Wands. Hey y'all, I'm trying to get through this list as quickly as possible. I also know donations have been coming in, so I'll confirm those as soon as I get a second. Okay, Amy, whenever you want to donate, that's fine. This is for Rishi. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. Ooh, Rishi, I do have some movement for you coming in. I think this has to do with some decisions that you need to make. 2 of Pentacles. But I do feel some movement, some change happening for you. 8 of Wands. You're welcome, Little Light. Hey, Jazz, thanks for the donation. I'll update momentarily. Sony, it's a yes, no question. Yes, no question, please. Thank you. Make sure you guys are subscribing as well. I do free readings every time I go live. So if you subscribe and you stay subscribed, you'll get notified every time I go live and come in for a free reading. Hey, Jazz, give me 1 second and I will post the donation list. Hey, Jazz, yes, everyone can get a free question whether you donate it or not. You shouldn't be penalized for a free question because you donated. Donating helps me and helps support my channel. So you can also get a free question if you'd like. You're welcome, Golden Moment. You're welcome, Sienna. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. If you're new to me today, you can get a free yes no question. Just make sure you subscribe to my channel. Bobby, I have a no right now. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Something happened here. Sadness, despair, anxiety. Marta, welcome back. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. This is for Ajaz. Yes, Marta, you can be added to the free list, but get your question in ASAP as the free list is going to close for people who have been here before. Ajaz, I feel like this is heading in a direction, a positive direction, the Fool and the 2 of Wands. Will it happen by this summer? I feel like the timing is a little off, to be honest, but I think that you're going to get some progress here with your modeling career. Marta, I am getting a no. 5 of Cups. If you are new to me today, make sure you are subscribed, and I will answer a free question for you once you can get into the chat. There is a 5-minute wait on the chat. If you are a new subscriber or if you have unsubscribed in the past and you resubscribe today, you'll have a 5-minute wait, but I will still answer yes, no questions for people who are new to me today. You're welcome, Ajaz. Lulu. I do feel like you're going to hear from this person. 8 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. So that's a yes for Lulu. Lil Pitts, I'm going to go ahead and answer your question. But for everyone else that has been here before, the free list is closed, okay? Lil Pitts. I do feel like you'll hear from R, yes, but I don't think it's going to lead to anything substantial. I have the 8 of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So this indicates to me this person is here for a good time, not a long time, okay? So I don't think that you're going to hear from R in regards to starting anything up in a substantial way. You're welcome. That's sweet, Amy. I hope that you're able to hang out with her. That would be fun. All right, guys, let me update the donation list really quickly. Smiley, if you would like to go ahead and get started, feel free to post your question. And keep in mind, guys, my prices have changed. There's certain things that have changed on my price list. So make sure that you're keeping that in mind when donating. I haven't had a price update, I believe, in almost a year. And just due to the economy and everything, I am having to kind of increase certain prices, and I am sorry about that. But I try to make things as affordable as possible for as long as I possibly can. Oh, thanks, Amy. I was just about to type that. And James, also, I have you on the donation list as well. So Amy, you will be after Jazz, and James, you'll be after Amy. James, I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Farwa, I have to get you in between donations. Please stick around for your turn. So right now I have Smiley, Q, and then I have Ajaz. Ajaz, there has been a price change. So I have you down right now as a yes, no, basic yes, no. But if you wanted something different, just let me know, because we'll have to add to that donation. James, that's totally acceptable. If you would like to leave your question with me, or anybody, if they like to leave their question with me, that works. Also, you guys can pay to skip if you'd like. You can't interrupt a reading that I'm currently on, but if you want to pay to skip, you can do that as well. Amy, that sounds good. Okay, James, I got you for love option 2 and 2 mini readings. I got you. No worries. All right. James, I have your first question. Okay, we're gonna shuffle for Smiley. Everyone else can leave their question with me or hang around. You can also pay to skip. That's up to you. All right, James, I have both questions and a love option 2 for you. I'll call on you when it's your turn, and if you're not here, we'll timestamp your reading. Jazz, no worries. Don't apologize. It's okay. Like, I know that you guys are so used to certain pricing, and I just recently changed it. So it's totally, totally fine. I understand. All right. Smiley says, I want to know what's going on with me and D. His feelings and things like that towards me right now. Okay. Jazz, I got the payment. Thank you so much. I posted the list for everyone a little bit ago, so if you want to know where you are, feel free to check that. Arisha, thank you for the sub. I can add you to the list, but you'll have to be in between donations. Should make sure you stick around, okay? D and Smiley, D and Smiley, D and Smiley. D and Smiley. D and Smiley. Mm-hmm. So, Smiley, I feel like D is wanting some type of compromise with you. Um, I have the Two of Swords, Five of Wands in reverse, the Star, Five of Pentacles, and the Fool. He is looking for some type of new start, and he says, whether that's with her or without her, I need something different. She's wanting certain things from me, I'm wanting certain things from her, and I feel like this is causing a setback for us in our connection. This is making me feel anxiety, tension, and a burden between us and our relationship or our connection. And I feel like he's not ready to give this up. However, he is kind of in a place now where he is wanting something different. Not necessarily wanting to like lead a different life without you, but he's saying that however things are going right now is not working for him, and he wants you guys to be able to work this out to where you both can be happy. um I feel like he still has hope for this connection. We do have the Star, and I think he's looking for like a new start, a brand new start with the Fool here. But I feel like you guys are not connecting on the level that you should at this point. And I think that that is also the way that he's looking at it. So this could be causing some um, inner conflict or frustration. Thanks, Amy. Inner conflict or frustration for him, that's making him feel, I don't know, confused about where you guys are supposed to go from here. I do see at the bottom of the deck that the original plan was that he wanted to invest in you. I see that he's saying he has invested feelings here in this relationship. Um, that he feels like it would be really hard to, I guess, walk away from you, because I think that he always looks at you as like his person. But I think that at this point he's trying to figure out, would we be better off, you know, yeah, like not seeing eye to eye. He's saying like, can we work this out, or will we be better off walking away? And again, I don't think he wants to. Um, I don't think he's decided either way, but I think that he's struggling with like what's next, what comes next here. So, Smiley, I see that another donation came in for you. Um, what was your intention for that donation? Okay. Sounds good. Well, Smiley, whenever you're ready, I can go ahead and get your add-on question. Let me double check here. Was it a yes no add-on? I'm trying to get used to my prices that I've adjusted as well. So was it just like a yes no add-on? Okay, let's see. I want to see the job that fired me for harassment and want to know how that will go. Okay, let me double check, because I think the only additional amount that I got was a five. So I just want to make sure that there's not anything pending right now. Hold on one second. So for the add-on, I can answer a yes/no question if you'd like. Or if you wanted to send the additional 3 for another mini reading, I can go a little more in depth for you. It's up to you. I know, we're all getting used to the prices, guys. We'll just be patient with each other. I'm not stressed about it. It's totally okay. It will be yes or no. Have only one more dollar. Okay. So Smiley, what type of yes no would you like to ask? Like, would you like to know? Let me see. Maybe I could ask, like, if you sue, is this going to go for? Let's do that. So that way you don't have to send extra. Let's see. All right. If Smiley sues the job that fired for harassment, how will this go for her, please? Will this go well? Please show me a yes or a no. If she sues, will this go well for her? Show me a yes or a no, please. If she sues, will this go well? If she sues, will this go well? Will this go well for her? If she sues, will this go well for her? If she sues, will this go well for her? Ooh, Smiley, I am getting a no. 7 of Swords, the Devil, and 4 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords. I don't think this is necessarily going to go well for you. I mean, of course, I'm not a professional here and I can only help you on a spiritual level. You need to do what's best for you. But as far as like what I'm understanding intuitively is that this will not go well for you. I feel like the company that you would be suing would end up potentially winning this case or something along those lines. Even if they're lying, even if they're being sneaky, even if they have like underhanded behavior, I feel like in cases like this, it's almost always going to go to the company because they just have these things set in place. I think you really have to prove that you're innocent, really have to go out of your way to show that, because I feel like the systems set in place just don't play with this specific type of thing. And I feel like with the Devil, it's almost like they've got this in their pocket, like they're gonna win no matter what, at no matter what cost. I don't see this playing out very well for you on your side. I have the 4 of Swords as the center energy, so that makes me feel like it's important that you kind of lay low, and maybe not go out of your way to try to win something that's probably set up for you to fail. Now, of course, you could always seek counsel and get advice on it, but from where I'm standing on this side of spiritual advice, it feels like a no. And it doesn't necessarily mean because you don't have it doesn't, I'm not getting a no necessarily because you did anything wrong. I'm getting a no because just the way the system is set up in regards to this type of case, it feels like they just don't have any leniency of understanding. And I feel like to the company that you'd be going after probably has more like a better defense or something. You know what I mean? Like they have something that's going to sway in their favor. So that's pretty much what I'm getting for you, Smiley. Thank you for your donations today. All right, let me update the donation list here, just so everyone knows where they are. All right, Q is next. Q, if you would like to post your question, you can do that now. All right, so I have Q for an in-depth. Then I have AJAZ for a mini. And then I've got Amy for 2. And I also have James. Okay. All right, guys, that is the list. If anybody wants to skip, let me know. If you paid to skip and I'm not aware, please also let me know. That's important. Q. Okay. Wow. So Q. All right, Q. What you donated for was enough for one in-depth question. You could potentially donate $3 more, and I can do 2 mini readings for you, so I can answer 2 of those questions. But you know, you're asking a lot of questions for what you donated. It doesn't compare. If you wanted to do something like that, you could always book a private reading with me. But that's a lot of different questions and a lot of different categories. So, like, for instance, how I could do this for you, let me see, with what you donated. So for what you donated, I could answer the question about L and R. And then I could answer a yes no question. If you don't want to add to your reading, I can do like a yes no question for you. And then I could answer the question about L and R. Okay, that sounds good. Okay. All right. So let's start off first with who is more sincere about a future with you. Okay, so Q, to start off for your first question, as far as who is more sincere about a future with you, I would say L. However, neither of them are really interested in commitment at this time. I have the 10 of Wands. So, if we're going to compare the two, I would say you're going to be better off trying your luck with L. However, I don't think either of them are ready for commitment right now. I feel like R likes to kind of come in and out, likes to kind of give mixed signals. They might come back around briefly, but in the end, you still feel kind of confused with this person. I think L has interest in you physically. I think there is an attraction here. I think that this person feels good being around you and being in your company. So that's why I'm leaning more towards L as far as a future. But I don't think either of these options are necessarily your best bet. If I were to make a suggestion, it would be to let both of those people go and move on to someone else who is ready for commitment, because I don't think that either of them are ready for a commitment. Okay, so cute. Your finances are going to change for the better. I am getting a yes, but it is the magician, which means that these changes have everything to do with the decisions that you are making right now, the plans that you make in regards to should you purchase a home or stay where you are. I'm getting a no for both. I'm getting purchasing a home is not a good idea right now. Staying where you're at is also not a great idea right now. So I said, well, if she can't do either one, what advice do you have? And I got the Eight of Wands, which indicates making a move. But they're saying either to a different place, like renting rather than buying right now, or potentially moving in with a roommate, or some other situation. So essentially, if you are renting right now, they are saying that you could do that somewhere else. Maybe the energy where you're at right now is not really conducive for growth. And if you were to do either one, I would say staying is probably the best option. But if you have the opportunity to go somewhere where you don't have to pay, because again, for example, I don't know, maybe you're at home right now. I'm not sure where you're staying at the moment. If you're staying at home, and you're not paying rent or you're paying a low rent, that might be why they're leaning more towards staying where you are. But the best choice that I have available is going somewhere where you can lower your monthly payments, or financial responsibility, and or hopefully get you into a place that's a better environment or a better mental headspace for you, because I don't think either of these places that you're at or where you're thinking about purchasing a home is necessarily best for you right now. I do think there's an adjacent option that Spirit wants you to look into. So if you are not, for example, if you're not living at home, and that is an option for you, maybe that, or moving in with a friend or a brother or sister, something along those lines. Or even if you move somewhere else, maybe where the rent is lower, or if you can get a roommate so where you guys can split the bills, that way you can tuck a little bit more money away. But essentially they're saying neither purchasing a home or staying where you are is the best, but if you have to do either one, I would say stay where you're at for now. Hey, Jazz, I said you can post, but just ignore that because I forgot you already did. Hey, Jazz, if you're here, just let me know. Also, Farwa and Arisha, if Farwa and Arisha, either of you are here, please check in with me, as well as Ajaz. Okay, Ajaz is here. Great. Thank you for checking in. Farwa and Arisha, if you want your question answered for free, please check in with me. Hey, SP, that sounds great. Okay, Jazz, that sounds good. I'm shuffling for you now, okay? Anyone that's coming in donating, there's been a price change. Oh, thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. So, Jazz, I feel like she is perceiving your connection differently. She's saying that I'm looking at our relationship differently, our connection differently. I have a different outlook about us. I have keywords dreams, outlook, and us. So I feel like she's just kind of seeing the truth maybe behind not necessarily the truth of the connection, but seeing like the truth behind the reality. So she's kind of maybe feeling like, um, I'm trying to see. I'm like, is this a romantic connection? It feels like it might be because I have the Knight of Cups here, but I feel like she's saying like realistically, I don't know what more either she can give to the connection or what more she can offer to the connection. Maybe her outlook, maybe she's just changed. Maybe her opinion or feelings or thoughts about this connection has changed. Maybe she changed her mind, something along those lines. It just feels like something feels different. The center of the reading is the Five of Swords. It talks about inner conflict. So in her head, things feel different. Thank you, SB. There, SB, I'm sure you saw, but there has been a price change. So just make sure that your things are in alignment with that. Okay. Um, so yeah, Jazz, I feel like more than anything, she's saying that she's had to kind of put a pause on this. I have the Six of Cups and the Hangman. The Hangman came out with the Six of Cups. Now, Six of Cups talks about reconciliation or communicating again or getting back in touch with you. And she has the Hangman over it saying, I'm stopping this right now. I'm putting a pause on this right now. I need space. I need a break from reconciliation with her. So I feel like she is creating some type of distance. And I feel like the main thing is attributed to the fact that she's looking at your connection differently. Maybe she feels differently now. Like I said, maybe she changed her mind, but there's something here about the way that she's viewing your connection. It feels different. It feels like, I don't know, like maybe reality has gotten to her. Maybe her opinion has changed. I'm trying to get as specific as I can, but the justice here talks about the truth, talks about what's fair. Maybe potentially, if you felt like she was giving you mixed signals, or if she was leading you on, or she was getting your hopes up in some way, maybe she's wanting to do what's fair now and not put you in that position anymore. But yeah, that is what I've got for you, Jazz. Thank you so much for your donation. Hopefully that resonates for you. I know that you stepped out for a minute. Farwa and Arisha, if you're here, please check in. This is the last call for Farwa and Arisha for your free reading. Farwa and Arisha, if you're here, please check in. All right, we have SB after James. I updated that here. Someone in this chat, I feel like, is feeling anxiety. Someone's anxiety is going crazy right now, which is wild. All right, so. All right, so SB, before you step out, I just want to confirm that we're doing 2 in-depth readings for you. Is that right? 2 in-depth readings. And if so, are either of those a love spread or are they just 2 in-depth readings? All right, Farwa and Arisha, unfortunately, you lost your chance. I'm going to have to move on. Next up, I have Amy. So Amy, you can go whenever you're ready. 2 in-depth, SB, you got it. And I see your questions as well on Cash App. So SB, if you need to leave, we're good. We're good to go. And I will call on you when it's your turn. If you are still here, you can just let me know. Otherwise, we'll timestamp you. Nazia, I can answer a yes/no question for you, but it will have to be in between donations. Go ahead and post your yes/no question and make sure you're present when I call on you, okay? Shuffling for Amy now. Okay, Amy, I got you. You're looking for details. Okay. Nazia, thank you for your question. Make sure you stick around. I'll call on you soon, okay? Amy, do you mind typing in the chat to Nazia that I have their question to just stick around and I'll answer it when I can? They have to be present for me to answer it, and I'll have to get to them in between donations. Thanks so much. If they keep doing this, we're going to have to block. I can't have them flooding the chat like this. Yeah, Amy, if you'd like to, you can. So Amy, I feel like he may have told her like how lucky he felt, because I have the Six of Wands. It talks about like feeling like you're winning, like you're being accomplished. Um, and I feel like for him, he just felt like he was lucky. Like he felt like he really won and struck out, or won out, struck. No, it's not struck out. He feel like he won. Like he feels triumph and excitement, and he probably told her things like, I feel like she really sees me, I feel like she really gets me, understands me, um, I feel like we really get each other, there's like a lot of similarities that we have between the two of us, and she makes me feel like I can start over, like I can feel good. You have keywords here: inspire, worry, content, how. And I feel like he said like you're his favorite, like he was saying like she's my favorite, like I love spending time with her. And with these words here, it makes me feel like he's saying like after a time, like maybe a hard breakup, and after everything that he's been through, it's crazy how content he feels with you, and how crazy how inspired he feels around you. Um, I feel like she will tell you that it really seemed like he had genuine feelings for you, and that you showed a lot of like support, and maybe made him feel stronger, made him feel like he was more capable, and generally feel happier. I don't I'm not picking up the sense that there's like a lot that was communicated verbally, specific details, but I do feel like it was more about his demeanor. It was more about how he talked about you, and more about like the words that he chose. And like, for example, if they had this conversation in person, it was like his body language, and it was a lot of the things that he wasn't saying, but she could just tell that there was something different about you. Um and I think that she may have had like a good feeling about this. So whoever this person is, I'm just gonna call you A. I can do a yes no question for you. History, like a romantic history or friendship? Wow, okay. Well, I hope you get some answers soon. I'm sure she'll tell you. I can pull some paper messages for you, Amy. Let's do that really quickly. Hold on. All right. So he says that he's lacking in cuddles. So I feel like as he's saying, he's missing like holding you, touching you, cuddling with you, snuggling you. He's like feeling like he's missing out on that right now. He says you're crazy hot. You're crazy hot. I feel like he's saying you were a gift to him. You still inspire him with your body. You guys must have had like a really good intimacy because that somehow seems to come through a lot. He says hot, crazy hot. That's weird because the word hot came out by itself and I was like, what's hot? And I got crazy hot. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, that's funny. So the word hot coming out is interesting because clearly that has to do with maybe a inside experience that you guys have had together. He said you were a wish come true. He says travel searching. So how many times has this been now that he keeps trying to tell you to go somewhere, get out, go somewhere? He says you low-spirited sex. So I think, wow, this is so weird. You guys always you have like this like, I don't know, it's like sex magic shit that's coming through. But he says like you are like maybe you're alone, like you're lonely without him, like you're having to do things by yourself. And that's making him sad that he can't be there with you. He says, "What? Oh my God!" He says, "Protective watching, protective watching." So I feel like that's him saying he's watching out for you. He's protecting you. He says you're pretty. He says you're pretty and crazy hot. That's funny. Hey, Crow's Nest. Thank you for donating. I posted the donation list earlier, Crow's Nest. I think there's 2 people ahead of you. If you'd like to pay to skip, you can. It's $5. He says singing again in the morning. He says you cope. He says singing morning cope. So I feel like he's saying like you cope by singing a lot. He says that I think in the morning, he's catching you in the morning doing something like that. Oh, Amy, I'm sorry, girl. That sucks. Interesting. I'm gonna let you determine what this might mean, but he says certain taste open. And I know what's coming to my head when I hear that, but that's a little PG-13. Hey, God's daughter, I'm so sorry. The free list is closed unless you are new. Um, he says, I feel like with think issue, I think that he's saying you keep thinking about this topic. You think about him like all the time. I feel like now he can, it's almost like he can hear your thoughts too in a weird way. So a message says, it says self-esteem and trauma, and to me that makes me feel like he is saying that even though you've been through a lot, it's making you stronger. And SFW. Oh, gotcha. Crow's Nest, that sounds good. As far as I know, you'll be next, okay? I don't think anyone else has paid to skip. All right, final messages for Amy, please. That's okay, Crow's Nest. I think actually the two people that were ahead of you, they're not here right now, or they said they're going to be coming back. So I hold their place and timestamp their reading, but I don't think you're going to be like offending anyone or anything like that by paying to skip. Everyone knows that that's an option, so you're totally fine. He says that if he wants you, I feel like he wants you to go to therapy. He says counsel, but if you're not able to do that, he feels like it's important that when you're feeling overwhelmed, or even underwhelmed, to go on a walk. He wants you to make sure that you're still taking time for yourself. And he's saying, please don't let what has happened affect your ability to open up to someone again. And please don't let it jade you or stop you from showing love to someone new. You're welcome, Crow's Nest. Yeah, Amy, I feel like he's in a place now where he can hear you and see you too. All right, this is a quick yes no for Nausea. Nausea, I have a yes. This person does love you. Queen of Pentacles, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, Amy, that sounds good. I love flowers. Oh, Amy, I'm so sorry. I wish that there was something I could say or do to make you feel better. But I feel like those were really sweet messages. You're welcome, Nausea. I think, honestly, I think talking out loud might be more clear. Again, I don't do mediumship, so I'm not exactly sure, but I feel like speaking out loud is like an intentional call. And that's why people, when they're wanting to connect, they speak aloud and they don't just speak in their mind. Because even though they're on the other side, I don't necessarily think they're omnipresent like God is. I think God is everywhere at all times and can hear you, whether you're saying it out loud or in your head. But I think sometimes when you're connecting with spirit, I think it's just a stronger connection when you talk out loud. It's more intentional and it makes them feel like they're not like intruding or being intrusive on your thoughts. It's more like you're trying to like audibly communicate, and I think that might be a stronger connection. But that's just what I intuitively feel. All right, Crow's Nest is next. Crow's Nest. I looks like I'm doing an in-depth reading for you, so whenever you're ready, you can post your question, okay? You're welcome, Amy. Of course, of course. All right, so Crow's Nest says to Amy, I'm a very spiritual person, and I have been told that Blue Lotus tea helps you have dreams where you can meet people that have passed. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. The ancient Egyptians use it for that purpose. Wow, that's incredible. All right, Jessica. Jessica and Chris. Leo. Crow's Nest, you give such Scorpio vibes. It's insane. I'm feeling like a lot of water energy coming from you, but also a bit of air as well. Let's see. Amy, drink some Blue Lotus tea. Maybe he'll come to you in your dreams, okay? All right, Chris and Jessica. Chris and Jessica. Chris and Jessica. So Jessica, really quickly before I pull cards, were you looking for the love spread, or did you just want me to do a freestyle for current feelings and actions? Okay, you got it, girl. You got it. Whew. Okay, so I have a union merging and coming together. So I feel like his intention is to work towards you, to be in union with you. I feel like he is invested in this and interested in this connection with you. It feels like in a intense type of connection that he is feeling with you. And I do feel like with the word lack here that he is feeling that there's so much more to be desired in your connection. I feel like he is strongly connected to you. I feel like he is craving you. God, you really catch his interest. It's wild. Like, I feel like he thinks about you quite a bit. He's saying that he wants to satisfy you. So he says friend satisfy. So I feel like he's saying like I want to satisfy this relationship or reconcile this relationship on the level that we're at now and take it to something more. Take it to where we both feel satiated. We both feel like we're getting what we want out of this. And I feel like he is starting to surrender to this connection. So initially he was putting up walls, okay? And I feel like now he's slowly starting to let these things come down. I do feel like he knows that the ball is in his court to make this decision, but I see him with the Ace of Pentacles wanting to give you an offer, like some type of substantial offer, like a gesture, a gift, or like offer something to you here in the physical, because the pentacles have to do with the things we can reach out and touch. So this is something that he wants to come forward with. And this could even be like taking you out somewhere, taking you on a date. But I feel like he's coming in with an offer. He has one in his hand, and I think that he's coming through. It feels rather quickly, actually. So if you've been feeling hopeless about this connection, or you've been feeling like there's a lot of stuff that's impossible here, I'm hearing believe in the impossible. Page of Cups. In one of my tarot decks, the Light Seers deck, the Page of Cups has a pig flying on the card. And I've always viewed that card as believing in the impossible, because they say, oh yeah, that'll happen when pigs fly, but on the card, pigs are flying. So it's saying don't have doubts on this connection. Don't doubt it. Hi, Sophie. Welcome in. I think that before, because I see you said that you guys were communicating commitment and he went silent and you haven't heard from him, just take that as more like a pause for him, because I feel like he's coming through to satisfy you, to satisfy this connection. I think he had walls up because, again, I had the word surrender. So I feel like he's starting to give into this connection. Hey, Sophie. Let's see. Sophie, have you been here before or not? I can't remember. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, let's pull a couple more cards here. So we have Judgment. This offer that he has for you might also be an apology for the fact that he hasn't been so available. He's wanting to provide clarity to this connection so that way you guys can move forward and celebrate your connection with one another. Sophie, if you want, I can do a free yes/no reading for you. Ace of Cups. We have lots of love here. A emergent of feelings, and also maybe even new feelings that he's experiencing. There is a high attraction to you that he has, for sure. I'm seeing here with the Knight of Wands is like there's also like a physical desire with you that he wants to explore, that he wants. So the main message here, the main theme I'm receiving is unfinished business. I definitely feel like he's craving you. And I feel like he's feeling the intensity of this connection. He's intrigued and curious and invested in you here. And the overall action is a coming together, emerging, a union. So he should be coming in, I would say, pretty soon. We had a lot of pages. and a couple aces. So fairly immediately, he'll be coming through with that offer. Sophie, go ahead and post your yes, no question now. Intense emotional and physical connection. Having a relationship with a Leo is quite intoxicating, honestly. I'm a air sign myself, and I'm married to a Leo. And while I'm not a fan, typically, nobody hate me, I'm not a fan of Leo women. It does have to do with like where their moon, sun sign, and other placements are in their chart. Same with Taurus women. There's a lot of Taurus women I'm not crazy about. I don't trust Taurus women 100%. Honestly, I think that's the thing. I don't think I can trust them. But when Leo men that I come in contact with, I'm surrounded myself by a lot of fire sign men, and they've always been good people, good influences. You're both Leos. I should have said, I was like, I feel like I'm like, nobody take offense. And I'm like, dear God, if she's a Leo. Because I was pulling that a little bit from you, but you just give off such Scorpio vibes. It's crazy. It's crazy. See, that's the thing. One of my really good friends is a Leo woman. But I know that her other signs surrounding it mellows her out a bit, and so she's definitely more compassionate. But if you're coming at me as like a double or triple Leo, I gotta keep my distance. I'll get along with you as a friend, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can really. I think small doses for me. That's so funny though that you don't like Leo women. You're Aquarius rising in Pisces moon. See, you got some air, you got some water. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. So remember I said I'm pulling a lot of water for you and air as well. It's interesting that your rising and moon were water and air. So maybe you just don't present like a Leo. That's so funny. Wow. Well, Jessica, thank you so much for your donation. I hope you enjoyed your reading with me. See, you guys both having water moons, you're gonna very intense connection. Chris's rising is Aquarius as well. Oh, wow. Yeah, you definitely have a lot of similarities. Wow, that's crazy. I have a north node in Aquarius. But here's the thing. My issue, I think, with feminine Leos is probably because I am a south node Leo, and I, in a very like true natural Leo sun, is the energy that I'm moving away from in my life, because the very negative attributes of a Leo South Node is what I apparently used to be, either when I was younger and even in a past life. So I'm growing and I'm trying to work towards an Aquarius state of mind, where instead of being more self-focused, I'm more focused on the well-being of everyone as a whole. And so I think more than anything, Leo women trigger me because my South Node is basically saying I used to be a Leo woman. And I think that that's where I have that conflict, because as I change and grow and work towards Aquarius's positive attributes, I'm working away from Leo's negative attributes. That's how I am with Geminis. You're my South Node. See, it's like they're holding up a mirror, and I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini sun and you're a Gemini south, and you're a Leo sun and I'm a Leo south. That is so funny. So I think more than anything, it's just triggering for us. And I like you too. I think it's just triggering for us in particularly because it's highlighting the things that we are trying to grow out of ourselves. And that's probably why we feel that way. Thank you. You are too. I like you as well. Hey, Brooklyn. I try to be chill. I try to be. That's like one of the main compliments people give this channel is like how relaxed it is. So Brooklyn, I'm not doing free reads for people who have been here before. I'm so sorry. You too. Bye, Jessica. I hope you have a great rest of your day. All right, so Sophie says the person I'm interested in seeing other people. So Sophie, I am getting that the person you're interested in is involved or talking to someone else. There is an interest here with the Knight of Swords. So it's not quite romantic just yet. It's more mental stimulation, conversation, flirting, very surface level stuff, but I am getting a yes. Bye. Peace out, Girl Scout. All right. So next up on our list, we have James. So James, if you're here, please check in with me. I know you said that you would be in and out of the chat, but I do want to give you the opportunity to check in if you're here. You're welcome, Sophie. All right, we gave James a few minutes to check in, but it looks like he is not here, so that's totally fine. We are going to go ahead and timestamp him. All right, James. Love option number 2. Love option number 2. James, I just got a sneak peek at your next question, and I was definitely feeling that. So I'm so happy to hear that. Oh my goodness. Remember, because I kind of told you she was going to be opening up more. I was sensing she was going to be opening up more. Oh, that feels so good. I'm so happy. Okay, so she's definitely feeling more extroverted at this point. I'm hearing that she released a burden, that she found something in you that she was searching for, or there's some type of soul searching here. I also have the keyword walk, so maybe she's thinking back on a conversation that you guys had, either walking to somewhere, walking back from the car. Maybe she went on a walk and was thinking about the connection. Love option number 2, please, for James and Patty. Love option number 2. Ooh, I see the Lovers. Okay, so overall energy is the Lovers. We're talking union, celebration, coming together, partnerships, companionship, soulmates. So I feel like this was something that you guys recently experienced, was divine timing. So if you're feeling shifts, that is due to the fact that you were at the right place at the right time. This was a divinely blessed, I guess, intervention or something. Like the way that your connection was intervened was basically divinely planned, if that makes sense. Let's see. I feel like this connection is turning into like a healthy a very healthy connection. I feel like she has cherished her time recently spent with you. As far as the what she's giving to the connection, I have the Ace of Swords. So this indicates like her being very open and communicative and feeling comfortable, feeling like she can trust, feeling inspired, feeling like she or you achieved something recently within the connection. I think that she's kind of just taking the time right now to mull things over. I have the Four of Swords, so for thoughts, it's just her kind of taking time by herself when she's laying in bed, or again, we had the word walk, so apparently that's important. Um, just kind of taking the time on her own to look back on this recent exchange with you. And I feel like that's more so just her thoughts is just more reminiscing or replaying interactions over and over. Feelings, we have the Three of Cups, so she's feeling good. She's feeling like there's something to celebrate here. She feels like excited, happy, more sociable. Okay, so for intentions, I have the Five of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Swords. So she's saying that before she was feeling stuck, she was feeling conflicted or some type of inner struggle, and now she's feeling like clarity and she's feeling like excited about like maybe new ideas or new plans that you guys have or will make together. She feels like she's thinking more clear headed and potentially having some type of breakthrough with you or realizing the truth of this connection. And as far as influences over the connection right now, it's not necessarily a block, it's a influence. And I have the Knight of Cups. So she's feeling more romantically inclined to you and closer to you at this time. All right, question for the mini. Let's take a look. Where are things going, please? Where are things going? Where are things going? Okay, James, I'm hearing that you may have cracked the code. So I feel like there's something here where she's becoming more open. She's like her heart chakra is cracked open or something. It's like something here is making her feel like she can communicate with you. She can be more open with you. She is opening her heart more and clearing out the negative energy of the past. She's wanting to allow more love into her life and let go of maybe the things that she's been scared of, things that have been holding her back. I do feel, remember when I had said that I feel like there's something that you're going to open up about. She's going to let you in little by little and tell you some things that have been being basically used as a block in your connection. So I feel like she's feeling like she can be more authentic. Now, I do want you to keep in mind she hasn't told you everything, but she's feeling more safe now to have these conversations with you. It feels like she has, what is this? I'm feeling something to do with pain, like some type of loss. Something that's really hurt her, like painfully hurt her. And I do feel like she's saying that there's still some things that she has not talked about, or maybe felt like you guys have communicated about. Maybe there's some things you still want to tell her. But I have the moon and the ace of cups. And again, the biggest thing is her feeling comfortable, but overall her feeling safe. And I feel like that is what you're providing to her. You are letting her and yourself be vulnerable without judgment. And I think that's very important to her. And that's not really something that she's been able to experience with a lot of people, if anyone at all. And I feel like you just holding a space for her and allowing you both to communicate freely about things without, again, like I said, judgment or passing judgment on one another is really helping this connection along. I feel like she is making her way downtown, logging best. I feel like she's working on this. She's like making progress. You guys are definitely headed into a positive direction, okay? Will things move forward consistently for them? Will things move forward consistently? I am getting overcoming. Things move forward consistently. They are showing things are moving forward consistently. Of course, the Knight of Pentacles comes out, so that indicates that things are moving forward consistently, but still slowly, okay? So there is positive shifts here in this relationship that have happened. I feel like you guys hit some type of turning point, which is probably why you feel so good about this. I still think things are going to happen slowly, but things feel more stable between the two of you. Things actually feel a lot better than before. Even though I knew this weekend would go well, I feel like there's more stability here than I think there ever has been. Will the relationship move forward romantically? Will the relationship move forward romantically? Oh my goodness. Okay, yes. Things are going to become easier for you guys. It's not going to feel like such a struggle. Keep in mind, before we were experiencing, like, you got to think overall the trajectory is looking really good, because originally you were going through a lot of no communication. Then once you had established communication, it was back and forth, in and out energy. There were times where your guys' signals were getting crossed. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it wasn't. And then you guys finally were able to like solidify or somewhat stabilize your connection. Then you felt like after that, things started working. It was like two steps forward, or one step forward, two steps back, because suddenly she was starting to feel a little bit scared. She was starting to open up a little bit, and then she like completely closed off. And then you're like, what the hell? Even though you guys were still in communication, it wasn't as consistent or frequent as you would have liked. But I feel like now at this point, you are going to see consistency. It is going to be slow, but I don't think that it's necessarily going to be this in and out energy. I do feel like you guys have hit a turning point. So overall, this is the most progress that you've had since this journey has started. in the 3D, and I am getting 10 of Cups and Wheel of Fortune, meaning that the hardships are over with the 6 of Swords, okay? You're moving into easier territory. Now, keep in mind, it's still going to go slow. It's not going to be this thing that suddenly everything is going to change for you. I think, though, that you are going to see progress. You are going to see working towards a romantic union with one another. So, James, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for your donation. All right, so this is for SB. SB, if you're here, please check in. Hey Aqua, welcome back. Right now we're only doing free reads for people who are new subs to me today. But you're more than welcome to donate. Those are still open if you'd like to do that. All right, this is for SB. SB, let me pull your questions up really quickly. All right, SB, I am shuffling for you now. All right, SB. So, first question is in regards to the J person you're asking about, which sounds like someone new, if I'm not mistaken here. All right. Intentions, please. Intentions, please. feel like I hear him say, I want to work with you. I want to work with you. Um, and I don't think he means literally work with you, but I think this is more like I'm willing to put a little bit of effort in. I feel like he is a little bit slow to show his cards. Seven of Swords means that he doesn't trust or let people in very easily. And I think that because that card popping up, because he's hesitant to trust or open up to people, indicates that he's wondering if he should open up to you. I have the Hangman and the Four of Pentacles. So as far as his intentions are, I think it's going to be difficult to crack this nut. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't. It doesn't mean that he's not going to eventually open up to you, but I think that right now it's hard for him to show his true self. So I think that if you're looking for someone who is emotionally available or vulnerable, I would say maybe this isn't the person right now. I do feel like he wonders about you, and I do feel like he considers opening up to you. But I think that right now, this is not someone who is interested in putting themselves out there, putting their heart on the sleeve. I do think that he would make effort towards you as far as action goes. I do think that he would be interested in even like taking you out, having your US company, like companionship, that kind of thing. But it might stick to friends or become more of a friendship because it is difficult for him to completely open up with someone. So you might get a little bit bored because it will be, you're going to kind of, I feel like almost like with this person, you might eventually feel like it's the same situation that you've been through, but a different day, a different person. Now, I am seeing that he feels you're well suited for one another. You're a good match. And potentially, if you give it some time, this might be the type of relationship that's worth it in the end. But I do feel like you're kind of at the point where like where you're at in life, you're like, I don't want another tough nut to crack. I don't want to have to fight for someone to be available to me. I just want them to just be stable enough and ready to do that. And so I feel right now he is holding back quite a bit. And I think this is going to be another one of those where it might be worth it in the end, but in the beginning, it might be tough. It might be tough to really establish a connection with this person, or at least a romantic connection with this person. He seems to take things very slow, and it's difficult to let his walls down. Now, everything I'm saying to you, if you're like, wow, no, this doesn't sound like him because he's very extroverted or something like that, if that's kind of what's going on in your head, keep in mind that people can be very extroverted and also very guarded. Just because someone is animated and extroverted and outgoing doesn't mean that that is their true self. It can just mean that's who they are on the surface. That's the impression they like to give. That's what they want people to see about them. But when it comes to really digging in deep and getting to the heart of who they are and who they authentically want to be and show up to being and who they are deep down, that might take some digging, and that may be a harder wall to get through, especially emotional availability, making someone feel safe enough to love you. That may be really difficult to get to. So whether this person is shy or they're outgoing or whatever they're showing on the outside may be very different from what goes on within them. And that is more of the energy that I'm tapping into. All right, so let's see his thoughts of you. So SB, I'm curious if you've communicated with him or if he's overheard a conversation that you've had about leaving, like moving to a different place, or if you've talked about potentially to him moving somewhere. I think that he, or maybe he just picks up on the quality about you seems to be that you don't really know what your plan is going to be or where you're going to be in 5 years, for example. There's just like this feeling or this understanding about you that you might not stick around. You might move, you might be somewhere else. So for example, if he is where you are, he has an understanding that you might be moving, or you're not sure if you're going to be sticking around and staying in y'all's city or town or whatever. I think this could be a concern for him because he's showing here Eight of Cups and the Magician, indicating like abandonment or walking away, or feeling like there's the potential for you to move or you to walk away, and he's not sure if this is, and he says this is your choice. So I feel like I'm wondering if maybe there's something here about moving or moving on or walking away. Hopefully that resonates for you somehow. Or maybe he is also like, I don't know if I'm gonna be staying here. I don't know if we're gonna end up in the same place. Something along those lines. He just isn't sure if he should invest in this connection. Seven of Pentacles, Four of Cups. There's something that's not quite giving to him in this connection that he's wanting from you, or he's some type of security or some type of feeling that he's looking for from this connection that he feels like he can't rely on or he hasn't been able to experience. If you are feeling some type of block with this person, you're not quite sure, can't really put your finger on it, that is being acknowledged. I do feel like this person is a good person. I feel like they're compassionate. I feel like they're generous. I feel like they would be a great partner. There are some obstacles before you get to that place with this person, but I feel like there is this block, and I think that's going to be difficult to navigate, being as how you're looking for a turnkey husband. You know what I mean? You're looking for someone who's ready and available now. What is he feeling about her? What is he feeling about her? What are his thoughts? He says you're strong-minded, strong-willed. He maybe also be sensing like a block from you as well, because an ear block is more like some like hesitancy. Like maybe you're not the type of person to just jump right into something at this stage of your life. And he's looking at you as um I feel almost like he's like, what is this illusion? Who is she? She's like, because he's looking at you maybe out of his league, or you're giving off some type of illusion that you've got your shit together, even if you don't feel like you do. He views you as like, wow, she really has it together for herself. Like she's going places, she's a catch. And maybe he's comparing himself to you. The devil is here. So, he could be thinking like, I'm not at that place. Like she feels like light years ahead of me and I'm not quite there. I think he's considering friendship with you. This is the second time the Three of Pentacles has come up. So I think maybe he's not quite sure what's to come of this connection himself. But he looks at you as someone who is someone to admire, a role model, someone very generous and almost like angelic in nature. Like you give off this, like you have a lot going for you quality. But I will say he's looking more at this connection platonically, at this time. So take that as it resonates for you. So, for example, if you guys, I'm gonna like really throw some weird things out here, but if you have slept together, for example, he's not looking for furthering that connection into something more committal. If you guys have not gone on a date, he might be interested in that, but I think that he would kind of stop it before it really gets somewhere serious right now. And if you guys haven't done anything together, no dates, no nothing, he could be considering this more like a friendship at this time. I don't think that has to do with you and how he views you for him. I think it's how he's viewing himself opposed to you or against you. Like he's comparing, doing a lot of comparing. Um, and the overlying theme here, SB, with this person is it feels like it's a work in progress. It doesn't necessarily mean it can't get somewhere. And I think that if you wanted to try at this, eventually it would be worthwhile. But I think for you and where you are, like for example, me and my husband, we got along really well in the beginning. We had like a really great open communicative relationship, but he had a lot of walls up. He had a lot of walls that I had to knock through. But so long as he was wanting to be committed to me, and so long as he was wanting to make it work, it was worth it to me to knock those walls down and get through to him and grow and learn and teach and understand and like almost like we were each other's therapy in a way. We both have grown a lot since then. But I was young. I was no kids, no place of my own. Um, I was working full time, but I was 25 or I had just turned 26, something like that when I met him. Um, and I felt like it was worth it because I too had my own issues and we were kind of on the same playing field, right? So it was worth it to me. And in the end, it's been incredibly worthwhile to go through that kind of stuff together. But SB, if you feel like you've done the growth on your own individually and you're like, I'm just here for someone who's in the same place that I am, and you don't want to have to sit here and go through all that, this probably isn't your person, to be honest. And also, I'm picking up someone for you, which I hope this person isn't in Southern California. So I think you said you'd be moving to Southern California, maybe. So I'm not sure if you're already looking at potential like matches already in Southern California just to like see maybe this person is in Southern California for all I know. But I feel like there's someone in your next move for you. Someone pretty serious. So, and I'm still getting that feeling. All right, I am going to go ahead and do a last call for donations. Amy, that sounds good. It is so hot in my house, guys. I am suffering. It is hot AF. It was like 71 degrees in here. And our house is so small that, and it's well insulated, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the way that the sun comes into our house. I don't know what it is, but we have to keep our house at like 65. Like, that is the most comfortable temperature in our house. It's like the second that the sun is out, I guess, because it's so well insulated that the sun comes into our house, it's immediately like a heat box, which is great because if we want to be warm, then we don't really have to keep the thermostat on any temperature. But today it's hot out. Today is like 75 degrees or something, and so it's 71 in here, and it's never this hot in this house, and I am burning up. It's so hot. I was not prepared. It's like suddenly with the time change, now all of a sudden it's wanting to like be springtime or something. I don't know. Oh, also, okay, Amy, what did you donate for? Well, Amy, I'm technically not doing custom card readings anymore because I can't, because before I was doing $1 per card, and obviously I can't do that now because the prices have changed. Yeah, I mean, I suppose we can call it a 6 card if you want to do that, but just to be um fair to you, you might want to just go with the prices that I have there. Just so that way you're not like getting gypped out of anything or whatever. Because if I did like $2 per card, I feel like that would be a lot just because, like, for example, a 10 card reading is 13. So if I did $2 per card, that would only get you like 6 cards. So it's like I can't really do the per card amount anymore with the custom. Yeah. What would you like to ask? Do you want more messages? Is that what you're saying? Hi, baby. Hi, Reef. What's up? How are you? That's interesting because I said earlier that he felt very lucky to know you. I am Sarifa. You can donate. Just really quickly, prices have changed a little bit. Nothing crazy, but they have gone up. So just double check the description, okay? So I have a lucky penny here on tail, or sorry, on head. So saying that he feels very lucky to know you. I think he might have told him that you guys have similar taste in music because I have the little guitar here. I have the little teddy bear that typically indicates like comfort or feeling of like safety. Now, we also have the avocado. So, whenever I see that, I always think guacamole. So, the expression of like, she's so extra. So, Amy, you might be like comedically dramatic, or the expression people used to say that person's really extra or so extra. I feel like that's kind of you, but he was saying it in like a complimenting way. Like, you are animated, you are funny, you are dramatic, but in a good way, like something along those lines. Okay, Sarifa, that sounds great. Um, so he's clearly like very attracted to you sexually. I feel like you guys have like very compatible chemistry in regards to the bedroom. So I have the mermaid here, and that feels like a double meaning, like you might have said. Like she's like a siren. She's so irresistible. She's so seductive. Also, like you feel like a mythological creature or being. A lot of times people will say she's like a unicorn, or she's an angel, because maybe he said that you felt like you're not of this earth, like you felt like some type of like gift from the heavens, like you came out of nowhere, and it didn't even feel sometimes like you were real. Kind of like the expression like where did they come from, where did she come from? He said that you have grace and beauty. I have the lotus here. You're full of love and compassion. Okay, so we have a little skunk here. So this number one could talk about your fragrance. Not that you stink, but that you leave your mark wherever you go. Um, and that your fragrance is very pungent, I guess, or like very, it's like something that you notice, like the way that you smell, something very noticeable. It also makes me think of like that old cartoon where it was like the skunks and they were like in love with each other. I don't know what cartoon it was. Let me see. Cartoon skunk. Okay, so Pepe, and like the girl, he'd always kiss his girl, and they would always be like super romantic and like love everywhere, and she made him feel really good. Like that's kind of what I'm getting here with that. Um, and then I have a couple images here of a rabbit. So that makes me feel like 8 Mile, if you've ever seen that movie. I think they called Eminem's character Rabbit in that, but it's basically like it's like a sexual innuendo. It's like the way that they had sex. It was, I don't know. If you've seen that movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, like almost like Looney Tunes. Like it was the French skunk. But anyway, he was like so romantic and like so in love with his girl. Let's see. I feel like in the way in which he described you to his friends, they knew that he held the candle for you. And a lot of times that touch just talks about someone who has a special place in their heart. The beach, I feel like, especially with the mermaid and the little seashell, is like the beach might be important, but also it talks about your uniqueness, how different you are, um, and how you are something to be cherished, like a treasure or something to be appreciated or admired. Um, I have a hummingbird, but for some reason I heard canary in my head. Which if I'm not mistaken, canaries I believe sing, so there could be that connection to your singing to him. But hummingbirds talk about happiness, love, courage, individuality, and I feel like when I say that he says it, you're different, you're like out of this world or not of this world. So, Amy, that's actually really great that you're making connections for yourself because I can only tell you what I'm seeing, but I don't necessarily always know how it connects to you. So I'm picking up like intuitive messages, but the fact that the bunny rabbit actually means something to you, take that message because that's important for you to know. All right, so Sarifa, you said love spread between you and Eddie. Okay, you got it. I can get to you momentarily. You will be next. He must have been a sleepy boy. Okay, so we have wonder and real, and so that's kind of touching on the trying to understand how you are a real person, like you are a wonder, but you are ethereal, and even though you're a real person, it's like, where did you come from? Who are you? You seem so um like unreal, if that makes sense. Let's see. We have baby breath or baby's breath, maybe flowers. Did you put baby's breath in the arrangement by chance? Um, but we do have baby breath. If you hadn't already started your period, I would think like, well, that's interesting. But you did, so we don't have to worry about that. But we have present baby breath. Present baby's breath. There you go. There you go. Present baby breath. That's so crazy. I'm gonna take a picture of this and send it to you so you can see. That's crazy, girl. Oh, wait. You sent me the picture. It does have baby's breath in it. Wait, you just sent it to me. Okay, I was like, wait, when did you send me this picture? You just did it just now. All right, so I feel like that's his acknowledgement that he has seen it, okay? That he knows this gift is for him. We also have a couple words here. We have celebrate, accept, like when you have come to acceptance or accept something. So maybe he's saying he's like accepting this gift from you or acknowledging this gift. He also wrote the word, or he also has the word edge, right, and quality. Um, Something I feel like that has to do with your art because I didn't pick up like the word draw or color or paint or anything like that. But I feel like write, even though you might not be a writer, I feel like pen to paper, that might be like a similar message that he is using, like the words that I have available. So he said edge, right, and quality. Okay. So to me, I feel like that's acknowledgement towards the painting that you are drawing of him, maybe, possibly. He's saying uncertain deal, like DEAL. What does that mean, uncertain deal? Oh, he said creative, creative conversation priority. So the uncertain deal, I'm not quite getting a full message on that. Maybe that just came out with like the other messages just to make sure that the other messages came through clearly. But uncertain deal, like the first thing that I thought of was maybe he's not exactly sure like what his plan is going to be on the other side. So maybe he's not sure, like, is he going to be a guide or a guardian? Is he going to reincarnate? Is he going, like, what is his plan? Uncertain deal. He's not sure. But something tells me that he's not ready to incarnate again. Like, I don't think that he's ready for that. Let's get some final messages for him. I know the flower arrangement. Isn't that crazy? Because if you didn't already have your period and it said present baby breath, I would have been like, oh my God, did he really get you pregnant? But luckily we figured that out. That would have been nuts. All right, so we have laugh. Now I don't know if, because we're wanting to know what Eli has said about you to his friends, but I feel like the paper messages might be messages for you directly. But the the baby's breath thing, that's kind of crazy. And obviously he hasn't told his friends that, right? I mean, I would assume he can't communicate with them necessarily. Um, so I don't know why, but he must be bringing up the baby breath thing for a reason. So he's saying that he says finding fair share you. So I feel like this is another message of him saying it is okay it's fair to share you. If someone else finds you or wants to be with you or be in a relationship with you, he feels it's fair. He's basically saying from his side, from his perspective, he understands he's going to have to share you with someone else, and I feel like he keeps bringing acknowledgement to that. So I don't know if he's sending someone your way, or if he's just saying that one day you are gonna open your heart to someone else. But I feel like he keeps reiterating over and over, it is okay. It is okay for me to share you with someone else. And potentially his friends might also reiterate this message to you. Yeah, in a weird way, it sounds like him that he's not ready for reincarnation. Not gonna lie. Oh, hold on, Amy. My husband's calling me. Oh, I just told Brendan about the baby's breath thing, and he was like, "Whoa, that's crazy!" Like, I know, that's nuts. Okay, so you said it doesn't sound. Oh, you said yeah, that in a weird way sounds like him that he's not ready for reincarnation. And Luna, oh, you were hoping you were pregnant. Yeah, I doubt that. I didn't give him any flowers while he was alive. The way I'm like, how dare you? Don't share me yet, you dummy, because I'm not ready. Of course. Like, I think we can't really control the messages that he says. I think that he just wants you to feel guilt free about that he understands, like, if he has to share you, that it's okay. Yeah, the baby's breath thing is crazy. Especially because I pulled the pieces of paper out and I laid it down in that order. Present baby breath. It's just crazy, like, even how I set it down on the table. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm officially freaked the fuck out. Oh my god. I literally pulled girl. Woo! Hold on, what do these other things say? Okay. This okay, I really, really feel like I'm connecting with him. I'm not even kidding. I'm really so you said you're fine, Luna, and I wonder if he saw I cried on his shirt today. And I'm like, okay, let me see like what messages I literally have the word cry. I kid you not, I literally pulled the word cry out of this entire bin of messages. First of all, let me show you a picture of how many word messages because this is like freaking me out. I am not gonna lie. Um, okay. There's probably over 200 word messages in here. Okay. There's so many different words in this bin. And the fact that that is the word that I pulled is crazy to me. Like you can see how many, wow. That's nuts, but I literally have the word cry. Anyways, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So yes, I do feel like he saw that you cried. I told my mom how I kind of made the flower arrangement and how if me and Eli ever got married, I would arrange the flowers like that. Yeah, that's crazy. That is literally crazy. I I don't even know like what to say right now. If only this was on camera so you could have seen that in real time. He said play drive. Who knows? Maybe where he's at, he's able to ride that motorcycle. Play drive. He says miss. Oh, he says depth miss. Lonely think. So depth, DEPTH, miss, MISS, lonely. So I feel like he's saying the depth at which I miss you. And he's saying the way that he thinks about you. And potentially either feeling like he's lonely on the other side and missing you, or you are with him, but we have depth miss, think lonely. I know, that's crazy, man. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. Like the baby's breath already had me like, wow, that's incredible. And then the cry thing specifically because I pulled, that's wild. Wild. Okay. All right, Amy. So that is what I've got for you, girl. I am gonna move on to Sarita because she is waiting. Sarita, if you're here, check in with me. Amy, you have to tell your mom that. That is crazy. She needs to know. I feel like Amy, he's watching a lot of what you're doing. You're welcome. Maybe I do have a way of doing mediumship. Maybe it's not the same. Maybe it's not the same as other people, but maybe this is my way. Hey, Sarita. All right, so Sarita. Thanks, Amy. Okay, Sarita says, love spread. It's gloomy. It's sunny over here on the East Coast. Maybe we took your son for a day. It's one of our first sunny days we've had in a while. I'm in Virginia. Oh, Amy, I forgot to tell you. I was looking into numerology, and where you live is a bad state for me to live, according to the Chinese zodiac. And I figured you would be interested in that. We can talk about that more another time. But according to the Chinese zodiac, your state is my enemy sign, and I should not live in your state, which is interesting. So I've been looking, kind of doing like a semi dive into Chinese zodiacs and numerology a little bit more to understand certain aspects of who we are. So, Sarifa, all you have to do is look up a state that you either are interested in learning about, or if you live, like for example, you can start with California, Sarifa. So, what you're going to do is you're going to look up your Chinese zodiac. So, figure out whatever year you were born and look up what zodiac you are, what your sign is. And then on the wheel, the very directly across sign is your enemy sign. So, for example, I'm a snake, and the symbol directly across for me, my enemy sign is the pig. So, the state that Amy lives in was founded in, I think it was like 1808 or something weird like that, which was the year of the pig. So that's considered my enemy sign, and I shouldn't live in that state. Hopefully I'm explaining that okay. Basically, you figure out what you are, you figure out what your enemy sign is, and then you can look at whatever your state, whatever year, whatever state was founded, and figure out what sign that is. And if it's your enemy sign, it's not a good state for you to live in. I could probably do a live stream on that at some point, which would be fun. Like, for example, Sarifa, I'll do yours really quickly. So California was founded in 1850. Okay, so California, isn't that where you said you're at, Sarifa, California? So Chinese astrology for year 1850. All right, so California is the dog. Oh, wait, I think I already knew that. California is the dog. So, Sarifa, what year were you born? Oh, you're the rabbit. Okay. And you said the rooster is your opposite sign. All right, hold on. So, as long as you're not a dragon, you're fine because the dog is the dragon's enemy. You said you are the rabbit. So yeah, the rooster is your enemy sign. The oxen and the snake are your friends. So I think that California just affects you indifferently. I don't think California affects you positively or negatively. I think you're fine either way if you stay there. But if you want to be in a state where you can do your best, you want to find a state that was founded in the rabbit year. If you want to feel like you're flourishing, like things are going really well for you, then you want to find a state that was founded in the year of the rabbit. I'll be watching the kids at work, and Eli, do you see how many crazy kids? It's kind of gloomy today, and so give the Midwest people sun. Yeah, Amy, isn't that crazy? Wait, where were you born? Colorado. $18.76. It says it's the year of the rat. So again, neither good nor bad. Colorado's so nice. The good thing about when if it affects you indifferently, it just means that you're not going to have a lot of bad luck in that state or a lot of good luck. It's neutral, which is good. You just don't want to be in an enemy state because that's not good for you. Like Virginia is a sheep/goat state, and that's where I live, and my sister does really well here, and she is a sheep. I don't feel like I do as well here, but I do okay. The sheep is a friend of mine. I feel like I'm pretty neutral here in Virginia. I feel like I have a lot of luck, and I also things could be better. Sarifa, so for like example, California might have a lot of what you're looking for, but you might find there that there's still some stuff to be desired. Like you might feel like you don't have everything you want. There could be some aspects that you feel like you might be missing there. The main thing is living in California this year might be difficult because it's the year of the dragon, and the state of California is the dog, so the dragon is the enemy sign. So I think some things might be happening in California that will affect people who live in California. Like you're probably more prone to like earthquakes this year, in other types of natural phenomenons. Peru is a spot you could flourish. Is that the year of the rabbit? Or is that just in general? You could definitely do well in Peru because Peru was founded the year of the snake, and the snake is a friend of you. You would do better in Peru over California and Colorado. Oh, Sarifa, send it my way, girl. All right, love spread for Sarifa and Eddie. Love spread for Sarifa and Eddie. You're getting a lot of rain in California compared to usual. Sarifa and Eddie, Sarifa and Eddie, Sarifa and Eddie. All right, I think I'm almost shuffled for you. I was getting distracted and I really wanted to put my energy into this reading. Or I was distracting myself. That sounds great, Reef. Thank you. They've been weird. Okay, it looks like I might have gotten the message. All right, how he feels, Queen of Cups, his true intentions, Six of Swords, what you want, Four of Wands, what he wants, Seven of Pentacles. What brings you together or strength is the Ten of Swords, weakness is the Tower. Energy around the relationship, Ace of Cups. What's hidden, Queen of Pentacles. And will the relationship be successful? The World. So I honestly think, Sarifa, this relationship has potential to work out, but there's also potential here for you guys to go your own separate ways. Hold on one second for me. I'm sorry. Hold on. Ow. He's okay. My cat is freaking out over another cat that's outside right now. Oh, that's cool, Sarifa. That's awesome. So I feel like there's a feminine energy that is affecting your relationship. I have the Queen of Pentacles as far as what's hidden, and I feel like I really want to focus on this right now because the Queen of Pentacles could indicate that what's affecting this relationship is a feminine influence. It could be a maternal figure, like his mom or his relationship with his mom could be affecting your connection. If you know about this, something you would know, I feel, if he's in a relationship with someone else, because the Queen of Pentacles also indicates a wife or a serious relationship. But I feel like there's a feminine energy, or it could even talk about a past relationship, okay? But there's a feminine maternal figure energy, potential past relationship that is affecting your connection that you have with this person. So that's something to keep in mind, because I don't know if it's something that you really know or something you really realize, but the Queen of Pentacles has a lot of influence on a masculine energy. Usually they put a lot of stock into this Queen of Pentacles opinions and what this Queen of Pentacles thinks. So this could be his mom, this could be his grandma, this could be his sister. This is basically like a maternal figure or like a feminine figure that he's very close to and puts a lot of energy into what it is that they think. They have a big impression or influence on him. Now, I do know that this could also indicate someone who he views as a partner for him, a romantic interest, because the Queen of Pentacles also can signify the wife. So this could be a relationship that he's currently in or one that he still is trying to process. This could be someone of the past, but he's still trying to process his feelings about the situation. Whatever this is, there is a feminine energy who is influencing and affecting your connection with him at this time. Said I haven't met his mom yet. Supposedly all I know is that we've only been connecting with each other. I like to hope there's no one between us. I have no idea if his parents, how much. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna use that information to our advantage and just assume that this has to do with a maternal figure rather than like another relationship, because usually when this stuff comes up, it indicates to me that you would know about this other person if there was someone else. And the other thing is that I was getting maternal vibes initially before anything else, okay? As far as how he feels about you, I have the Queen of Cups. So he feels that you're loving and you're generous and you are wife material. His true intentions, we have the Six of Swords, is I feel like he wants things to get easier for him and maybe easier between the two of you. What you want is commitment. I see the Four of Wands. You're wanting to take things to the next level. What he wants, I feel, is to invest in this with you. He wants to invest in your connection. Hey, babe.
You can let Rachel know that I dropped it off.
She commented in the lake group.
Okay. I'm gonna take the trash can down real quick.
Okay. Your strengths, I feel, in this connection is that despite whatever happens between the two of you, you guys still have hope for the connection. I feel like the weakness could be that it's very difficult to stabilize or establish a connection, like something real, something substantial between the two of you. The energy around the relationship is the Ace of Cups. So there's a lot of love here and a lot of feelings here between the two of you. And let's see. Will the relationship be successful? I have the World, which is a yes card. The World also indicates that he wants you in his life for a long time. But the World also indicates the end of a journey. So, that's where I'm kind of getting torn between, is this going to work or is this not going to work? Because the World can indicate that here's what I feel. I feel like you guys have the potential for this connection to work. I feel like neither of you have given up yet, okay? Neither of you have given up on this connection. And I feel like that is why this is a yes, that this relationship has the potential for success. The thing about the World is that things are coming to an end. So whether you guys are going to spend the rest of your days together, or if at some point you're going to have to call it what it is and move on, I still think that's up in the air. I think that's still undetermined at this time. However, the main thing to take away from this reading is that you guys both still have hope for the connection. And no matter what you've been through, no matter if it seems like things are ending, you still always have that hope that you guys are going to come back together. You guys are both still holding on to one another and not letting each other go. And that is making me feel like there's a lot more potential for success than there is for this to not work out. Do you have any follow-up questions to that, Sarifa? You're wondering what he thinks of you because he's not expressive. Let's see. All right, well, first of all, it's important that you know that he does think of you. He does think about you a lot. We have feelings, soon, flirting. So maybe he has a hard time showing how he feels, but he does have feelings here. He wants you to know. He's saying how soon. Maybe he's wanting to see you. I feel like he also wants to be fair in this connection and do right by you. And he's saying flirt. So I think he likes when you guys are demonstrating your attraction for one another. He says union. So I do feel like he's coming in for you probably pretty soon. He thinks about getting close to you. I have the word touch. So I feel like he's desiring closeness here. He's in Disneyland? Oh, that's fun. What is he celebrating? He says that he's shy. So I think it's important that you know that just because he's not showing his feelings doesn't mean he doesn't feel them. He could just be more of an introverted type of person. Well, you know what? That's fun. I feel like that's fun. He might be bringing you back a gift or some type of souvenir, Sarifa. I have the word gift here. I think that you just give it some time. Let things kind of come out naturally and evolve naturally over time. Don't force it. I think that any holding back that you see with this person could just be because he's shy or he's more introverted about this kind of stuff. So he wanted to make plans with you. I think, Sarifa, it's important that as you guys get to know each other, learn a little bit more about his history. As he's willing to open up to you, figure out if he's ever been in love before, if he's ever had heartbreak before, because that might let you in a little bit more as to why he's more of a slow boil. Maybe he's just taking things one step at a time rather than rushing into anything. But I think that you guys can make this work. I think you could have it with this person. I think it's really up to the both of you and what you make of it. There are things I do want to discuss, but I said we talk about it in person. Okay, that's good. I think that get a little bit more insight too on his relationship with his parents, and like his dating history, because I think that's going to give a little more insight into the Queen of Pentacles that I was seeing. That's good. That's really good. Well, Sarifa, thank you so much for your donation. I hope you enjoyed your reading with me. Oh shoot, it's probably melting. It's been going for a while. There you go. There you go. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I just double checked and I haven't had any other donations come in. So that is where I'm going to leave it. I hope everyone else has a great rest of your night. You're welcome. Oh, good, good, good. Don't stress. Talk to you guys later.